Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to totally reframe what it means to be the quiet one. We are diving into a hidden strength that, a lot of us have, but very few really get. It's time to turn what some people see as a weakness into an absolute superpower.
So just think about it for a second. When you're in a meeting or at a party, maybe even at a family dinner, are you the person who kind of hangs back? The one who's listening and watching instead of jumping right into the middle of every conversation? If you're not in your head right now, then this is going to be a real game changer for you.
And this is so true, right? There's this unspoken pressure to just talk, to fill every single empty moment with words. But here's the thing. For some of us, that silence isn't empty at all. It's actually full of information.
Okay, so first, let's just tackle this whole idea of being the quiet one. What do most people think is going on when someone's not talking?
Yep, this is the go-to label of, oh, they're just shy. It's such an easy box to put people in, isn't it? If you're quiet, you must be shy, or maybe you're not interested, or you lack confidence. But honestly, that label is usually a huge misunderstanding of what's really happening under the surface.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because psychology tells us that common label, it totally misses the point. What looks like someone just being passive on the outside is actually a super active process on the inside. Your brain is basically collecting and analyzing data like crazy.
So let's introduce a totally new way of looking at this. We're going to shift our whole perspective from a supposed weakness to a genuine strength. Because this isn't about lacking confidence, it's about having a powerful, different kind of intelligence.
And we're going to give this power a name: Observational Intelligence. And as you can see, it's not just about seeing things, it's about processing them. While everyone else is busy talking, you're decoding body language, subtle shifts in tone, and all the hidden dynamics that are playing out. You are gathering intel.
And let's be really clear about this. This is a huge advantage. We live in a world that is just overflowing with noise, right? The ability to quietly analyze a situation before you jump in is an incredibly rare and valuable skill. It means that when you do decide to speak, your words are more thoughtful, more strategic, and way more impactful.
Okay, so how does this actually work? What's going on inside your brain during those moments of quiet observation? Let's break down the mechanics here.
Now, the most important word here is deliberate. This is not a passive thing. Your brain is actively, purposefully choosing to hold back a knee-jerk reaction. It's hitting the pause button so it can engage in a much, much deeper level of thinking.
And this just lays it out perfectly. First, you scan the room, taking in all that nonverbal stuff. Then, you analyze it, connecting dots that nobody else sees. And only then, after all that work, do you act. And your response is usually packed with way more insight because of it.
But this isn't just some mental trick you've learned. For a lot of people, there's a biological reason for this pause. So what's going on with our actual wiring?
Well, the answer often comes down to having a more highly responsive nervous system. Think about it like this. Your senses are just dialed up a little higher than most. You're taking in more information, the sights, the sounds, the subtle emotional vibes in a room. And because you're taking in more, you naturally need more time to process it all. It's not a bug, it's a feature of your system.
So let's pull all of this together now. How should you think about this trait from this point forward? This is really the big, powerful takeaway.
I absolutely love this reframe. All the constant chatter in a conversation, well, that's just noise. But the subtle cues, the unspoken feelings, the real dynamics at play, that's the high-quality data. You're not antisocial, you're a discerning data analyst.
So let's just agree to throw out that old, tired myth for good. Being quiet is not a sign of low confidence. As you can see right here, it's the hallmark of strategic observation. You're not afraid to speak. You're just waiting for the right moment to say something that actually matters.
Okay, so here's the bottom line, the key things to remember. First, being quiet isn't shyness. It's a strategy. It's active. Second, your brain is using a powerful tool called cognitive restraint to do its analysis. And finally, you are just naturally wired to prioritize that rich, high-quality data over all the conversational noise.
And that leaves us with one final thought for you to take with you. Now that you can see your observational intelligence as the true strength it is, how can you start using it more deliberately? In your job, in your relationships. What's some noise you can start filtering out so you can focus on the data that really matters?